Welcome! Today we're going to talk about this lovely 2021 Model Y long-range all-wheel drive that we have for sale. This one's kind of unique because this one has the third row seating, which is a little bit of a rarer option on the Model Y. We've had dozens and dozens of Model Ys over the last couple of years, but we've only had two. This is only a second one we've ever had to have third row seating. The third row seating is about a $3,000 option on the Model Y, give or take. You know, Tesla's always kind of fluctuating their prices. I was kind of surprised when I found out the Model Y had an optional third row seat, because the Model Y is not a mid-size crossover, it's not a full-size crossover, it's a compact crossover. So generally with compact crossovers, there's not a lot of space for a third row seat, but obviously Tesla thought it was necessary to add to the Model Y. So let's do a video about it. Next to us, I have a regular Model Y that doesn't have a third row seat. So there are some slight differences. So obviously I'm going to talk about this, Model Y in this video, but I have done, dozens of videos on Model Y. So I figure I'll focus this video more talking about the differences between the one with the third row seat and the the regular 5-seating configuration, for those people who maybe are kind of deciding what would work best for them, and kind of go over some of the differences. The Model Y is a fantastic electric vehicle. It's looking like it's, on its way to be one of the best-selling vehicles in the world. Not EVs, but best-selling vehicles. One of the best-selling vehicles in Europe. I think right now it's the 4th best-selling vehicle in the United States, and that's compared to like the Ford F-Series, which has a lot of fleet and commercial business. So for a luxury SUV, electric SUV, to be that well, selling that well, it says a lot. And it's a fantastic vehicle. I own a Tesla myself. I have a Model 3. I would love to have a Model Y one day. Basically, the Model Y is like a crossover or a larger version of the Model 3, where the 3 is a sedan, but they are very similar. Looking at the steering wheel and the screen and the seats, I could easily imagine myself sitting in my Model 3, except I'm just a little bit higher up off the ground, a little bit better visibility, which I know a lot of people like. All right, so this Model Y is a lovely 2021 example. This one has 14,000 miles on it, beautiful shape inside and out. We took it on trade actually for a Model X. The customer has bought some other vehicles from us, and we had a Model X Performance, so obviously it was a little bit of an upgrade going from a Model Y to a Model X Performance, a little bit bigger, a little bit more performance. You have this nice, amazing screen to operate the majority of the infotainment system. With the over updates, Tesla's constantly adding features to their vehicle. It is amazing. All right, so let's take a look at the third row seating on this one and the one without the third row seating, and kind of see what the differences are. All right, so just sitting in the second row seat, I'm 6'2". I'm very comfortable back here, lots of space. So definitely more space than a comparable gas-powered crossover SUV in the same size segment. With a completely flat floor, no engine, no gas tank, no exhaust system. The layout of electric vehicles allows for lots of interior and lots of cargo space, generally more than a comparable gas-powered vehicle of similar size. All right, so one slight difference is obviously the seats are going to be a little bit different. So going over to the 5-seater Model Y, you can see the look of the seats, the design of the seat is very similar, except the third row seat has a button down below. So let's take a look. So you have a button right here, and that allows you to fold the seat forward. And then we have the third row seats right here. You can see there is not a lot of space to put your legs. So let's see if you can actually slide these seats forward. Okay, so this is a little bit of a difference. In the regular 5-seater Model Y, you can't slide the seats back and forth. So that's probably the limits of my legroom right there, sitting in this row. So if you fold it forward, yeah, still pretty limited. I don't think I would be able to fit back there. Let's just for giggles. So that's as far forward the seat will slide. And yeah, you can see I'm not even anywhere close to getting back here. So I would pretty much say if you're gonna get a Tesla Model Y with the third seats, it's mainly limited for very small people or kids. I would have to really contort myself to sit back there, and it would not be comfortable. It looks like they have some USB-C ports and a cup holder, which is nice. And you can also fold the seats down, obviously, and they power fold down. Then we also have a power fold down feature for the second row seats as well. So you can get a lot of cargo space, obviously, with the seats folded down. That's one of the nice things about having a crossover SUV with a lift back versus like a Model 3, which is a regular sedan with a trunk. Then over here, we have a little bit of additional storage under here. Normally there'd be a gas tank or there'd be an exhaust system here, but since this is an EV, you have a little bit more storage space. So you have a lot of storage space. On top of that, you have the frunk in the front for additional storage. So you can see the cargo area seems to be a little bit lower back here, where here it actually seems to be slightly elevated to remain flush with the third seats. So I guess you do have a little bit less cargo space in that aspect, the 5-seater versus the 3rd-seater. So since this is slightly higher and this is more recessed, you do have a little bit more cargo space and a lower, a little slightly lower, maybe about a ½ inch or an inch lower, partial shelf here. Storage is very similar in here as well. And obviously you can power tumble those seats. So for $3,000, is it worth having 3rd row seats in your Model Y? Obviously, if you find a used one, the price point between a used one with 3rd row seats and a 5-seater is not going to be that much different. Maybe $1,000 if that. But obviously, if you have large teenagers, they're not going to fit back there. It's going to be more seating for maybe 4, 5, 6, 7-year-olds, kids, not adults. Well, there you have it. Little video going over the differences between a 5-seat and a 7-seater Model Y. Thanks for taking the time today to watch this video. If you're interested in a Model Y, we always have a great selection here at Infiniti of Tacoma. Visit our YouTube page, and we have dozens and dozens of videos going over the many amazing aspects of the Model Y product. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon, and have a wonderful day.